Hello everybody and welcome to One Punch Man Season 2 Episode 10 anime review, or as I called it in my notes, One Man Punch. I thought that was funny because it's not even a typo, I just mixed the words around. So, yeah. Anyway, this episode was kind of weird, if I'm being honest. It was like, at parts it felt like the old One Punch Man, but then the next part would happen, you'd be like, oh no, we're still JC staff. It's good to remember. Okay, I said I'd stop being so harsh, but you know it does I think I'm still enjoying myself. Like I think I should make that clear. Like I can make fun of something and point out its many flaws and still enjoy it. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Episode starts with Saitama and King playing video games. They're playing like Blaze Blue or Arcana Heart or whatever. They're playing some video games, some fighting games. And it's funny because Saitama is crap, or King's really good. Saitama keeps losing, is the gist of it. Which is funny because in real life, he doesn't lose. And it's like juxtaposition. It's very funny. It's effective storytelling technique. Don't know why I'm talking like this. I never talk like this. But yeah, then there's a phone. It's like a hero phone. It's not a phone, but it is, you know. And also on the table, I feel like there was a screen face down, but that probably had something important on it. But I don't know if I made that up because the way I'm explaining it, it might not have been that. So I might have made it up, but yeah. This is basically all we saw of Saitama this episode as well. We saw him a little bit later on, but this episode was mostly just like setting the scene after the tournament and the monster evasion pop-up thing. It was just setting the scene of what's left, you know. Here's what everyone's doing now in preparation for the big old fight, which should be really good in theory. JC staff doesn't operate with theories very often. We go to the Hero Association headquarters now, where they've just got a message, and we get Monster Association's backstory and goals. So I've written it down. I'm going to check my notes because you have to forgive me that I put most of it down. So at first they're like, we just want to live freely and we're aiming for a world where humans and monsters can live in peace, coexist together. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I don't believe them for a second because I don't feel like this is that kind of show. And it's not. They were lying. Some guy gets shot. They're like, oh no, we want to take over the world. And, you know, I was like, okay, it's not that interesting, but I guess it's fine. I guess they're not meant to be interesting. They are just bad guys, aren't they? But yeah, then the more stuff happens. They're told 3 days, gather your strongest heroes and come to the base. And Saitama's going to one punch everything, isn't he? Even though he probably isn't going to get grabbed by the association, unless Genos tells him. That could very well happen actually. But yeah, then the suits are saved by a guy called Blackluster, and he is an interesting character, is all I'm going to say from this short bit we saw. I was like, okay, you know, is this a racial stereotype? Maybe, but let's move on. Monster Association based now, and we just get Orochi eats a guy for being crap, basically. And what else happens? There's a lot of... Just check my notes, so hang on. There's... Just basically they're planning, we're going to take out the strong heroes, then take out everyone else, and then we'll rule the world under Orochi. And yeah, Orochi's like, where's Gotetsu? Goketsu. It's Gotetsu, I think. And then Eyeball Man, who is he looks like something from like Monsters Inc. or something. He does his flying eyeball around and finds his corpse. He's like, oh, he's been defeated. They must have a very strong hero. And then what's going to happen is Saitama's not going to be there. They were like, who beat Gotetsu? All of you are weak. And then, you know, Saitama's going to show up on one punch. One punch is what's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff happening in this segment now. And again, I'm probably going to check my notes. So first, Goro wakes up and goes home. Genos is rebuilt. The public have found out everything because the monsters leaked information to them. What else happened? I should just go for it. Metal Knight is not going to help with the operation because he wanted to nuke the facility, and the Hero Station was like, no, they have a hostage, let's not do that. And he was like, well, I'm not hanging out then. Pwah. And it's like, Metal Knight, please, what are you doing? But and then to end it off, more monsters are going to join the Hero Association in City Z, which is Saitama's city, and they just all get defeated by him. He's like, man, there's a lot of monsters around. How weird. While he's going shopping. So I thought, okay, so Saitama is... Part of me thinks Saitama might take out the Monster Association by himself, and the Hero Association will rock up and be like, they're all gone. What happened to all the monsters? They've been defeated. Like, yeah, this again, just this little bit where we're setting the scene. Like, here's all the heroes. We see all the ones that are injured and everything that's going on, and then we get to, we get to see basically. Here's the people that are going to be fighting. There's probably going to be others. There's definitely going to be others that weren't shown, but like I said, in theory, should be really good. Hopefully. Final section, the longest section, I think. It's the Goro section. So first, he's sleeping in his house, which is some kid's secret base. It's the same kid from before that showed him the book and whatever. Again, I'm checking my notes because there's a lot. Garo tells the kid to become stronger, to stop getting bullied because the kid's a little wuss. Then a bunch of heroes show up, and I don't remember all their names. There was Machine Gun Guy, or Gatling Gun, Gatling Head, Gatling Hand. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. I feel like a failure. So then they're getting ready to shoot. Garo comes out, after reading the book to get strategies or whatever, goes outside voluntarily because he says, don't destroy the house because I need somewhere to live. But he's actually protecting the kid. That's what I see as anyway, because Garo does have some morals, essentially. Then the fight starts, and a few parts of this fight looked really good, I thought. I was like, is this JC stuff? But then the next part would be like, okay, it's less good. There were parts of this that looked good, so I guess that's the best I can ask for. But he doesn't do so well in the fight, because first off, there's like 7 of them, so, and he's weakened. So it's like, what's he meant to do? He's trying, though. He's trying his best. But then, episode ends, he's given a final chance to surrender, and then we just end before we find out what happens. He looks like he's about to pass out, though, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, that was the end of the episode. What I think's going to happen with the Garo thing, I guess I should do that. I think he's going to try and keep fighting. The kid's going to come out and save him. So he's going to be like, no, don't hurt him. He's a good guy. And they're going to be like, he's not a good guy. He's a hero killer or whatever. Hero hunter, sorry. I know the terms are important because I don't want to get sued. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get the big Garo Saitama fight in this season because the Monster Association bit has kind of took over from that, even though the Garo stuff's way more interesting, but that's fine because he's not just I think he might help out the good guys. I think they'll be like, hey, if they capture him, they'll be like, you've got to work with us, and then he'll help them. He'll be like, they're giving monsters a bad name, and he'll be like, because he doesn't work with them. I think he's going to be involved somehow, and then he might see how strong Saitama is. That's just what I think. I don't know if that's... I've not read the manga, if you couldn't tell, but I'm enjoying this enough. As I said, it's got its problems, but I'm still enjoying myself. So yeah. Let me know what all of you guys thought about the episode and everything, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.